It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. Chooses to bring this one out. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Achan again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. That's caught. Devon Achan. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
First down throw here from Richardson. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Second down carry for Achan. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
3rd and short yardage here, Richardson. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to AJ. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. Right, running out of the gun.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Offense in the hurry up here.
1 yard gain.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. he'll come out throwing. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
And he'll get them enough for a first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Deep shot doesn't quite work out, so that's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and now it's second down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. And he hauls in the interception. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Working quickly here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the Panthers 11.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. The throw is caught. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-0 lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this.
Jason Sanders is the kickoff line.
Sanders all set to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First down, ball at the 36. They'll throw it. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And there's a man there intercepted. And the Dolphins have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
On first down, it's Richardson. Throwing this back in the end zone. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take a 20-zip lead. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man,
it is caught at the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. He brings it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers start to fight back with their first points of this game. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, hey, QB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. Here's Richardson. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go, set.
Rolling from the pistol, Richardson. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
From the 43. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 3-possession game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Left side, backs there, caught! And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive. Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Panthers working here. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take this across. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers chop some of the lead off before the half. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers get it back to a 14-point game. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let's go.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that foot.
He's got it at the 30. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Escapes the pocket. That's complete. Here's Brooks. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. So 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That's pretty impressive, Kate. I mean, to have the awareness, the body control to not just secure the ball, but to keep both feet down on the sideline.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its second. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing from the gun here. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Carolina. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers get it back to a 14-point game. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down throw here from Richardson. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So it'll be second down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second and 8. Flush down now to his left. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in. A less than ideal third and 8 here. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Second half begins with a run by Achane. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Offense up to the line fast. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. On the move, headed right. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
I think it's fair to say, in the eye in the sky to the line, without that ball being tipped, we are looking at a big game. A missed opportunity to push their offense, and a great play on the other side to deny the throw.
Richardson on third. Launches one deep downfield. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Attempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be Panthers football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. Into the hands of Pitts. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Here's Brooks, and he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a gain of 2, and now they have 3rd and goal at the 3. Looking for a throw here. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running left, A-Chain. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Here's A-Chain running right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 8 yards on that run, and now it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Chased out to his right. Down the run right, throwing deep. Big gain downfield. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now Richardson to throw. That one's incomplete over the middle. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. To throw, Richardson. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Panthers 28.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first. They'll throw again. Richardson. Forced out to his right. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Sanders all set to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Pitts brings it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Back to throw. He's looking deep once again. Brought in inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Getting out to his left. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a 1-score game in the 4th quarter. Ooh, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that 2-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Go, Reed, go.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Miami. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Richardson now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. He's keeping it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Looking to throw. Able to find right. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. We're looking to throw. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Hits his target, and that's Durham Smythe. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
A-Chain running to the right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Right. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. Oh, getting creative for 2 here. Wide receiver on the run. And he's into the end zone for 2. That sets him up with a 14-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Back now, pressure on its way. Trying to push it deep downfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. To throw. That's caught for the first. Has some daylight through the 40. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
First down, Carolina.
Throwing now from the gun. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jordan Brooks comes up with it.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And he does quite a bit of damage before